Coach K had some interesting things to say about Caitlin Clark. Let's talk about it. This coach surpassed 1,100 wins over his 42 seasons as the Duke head coach. He led Duke to 5 NCAA championships, 13 Final Four appearances, and 15 ACC tournament titles. I'm talking about Mike Krzyzewski, aka Coach K. Not only did he do that for Duke, he helped players achieve the ultimate goal of making it to the league, the NBA. That's right, folks. And I'm sure you guys recognize some of those players too. Jason Tatum, he ring a bell? He's been awesome. And if you've been around long enough, how about Grant Hill? Elton Brand? Luol Deng? Carlos Boozer? I mean, those players are legends in themselves. So as you could imagine, not only has Coach K coached amazing players, he's coached against amazing players. This man knows basketball better than anybody. And so I was taken back a little bit by what he had to say about Caitlin Clark. And it surprised me, and it didn't surprise me. But he was recently at a speaking engagement in Richmond, and he was asked by a fan how he would utilize Caitlin Clark and build around her. You know, Coach K was straight up. He gave Jan Jensen, Lisa Bluter their flowers. He said they did an amazing job with Caitlin Clark, and he would have utilized them the exact same way. Put the ball in her hands and she will make everybody better. That didn't surprise me. But what he did also say was that the best part of her game is her passing, that she was a magical passer. And that kind of blew my mind because I think in a lot of people's eyes were like, this girl is an amazing three-point shooter. I mean, she blew everybody's minds when she had to transition because defenses were coming at her, and she ended up turning into a point guard that was so relentless. I mean, she was just dominating. And her passing ability really shined, and I think that opened a lot of people's eyes to, dang, she's more than just a shooter. This girl got some game. Her passing was insane. And so it got me thinking a little bit. You know, Stephanie White, once again, you know, she kind of was talking about wanting to play Caitlin Clark a little bit differently, and it got the fans riled up. And so I had to sit back for a little bit, and I'm like, okay, I'm a Warriors fan. We've seen this before. So if you followed the Warriors, at one point we had the best backcourt in the NBA, man. The Splash Brothers. Steph Curry, Klay Thompson. These dudes were unstoppable. And so during the height, sometimes Draymond Green would be bringing the ball up. And that would allow Klay and Steph to just move off ball. Hitting a screen, trying to come up to the top, get an open three, just creating plays for other players. It was kind of wild to watch, you know, here like the power forward bringing up the ball and the two guards just running around like crazy. We've seen this in the past too with Reggie Miller. Reggie Miller was an insane off-the-ball artist. That dude was running around like crazy. He was so hard to guard. Like, you had to be in excellent shape to guard Reggie Miller. And Steph Curry kind of mimics that. I mean, he moves without the ball like nobody's business. And that's what makes Steph Curry special. And so when I think about what Stephanie White's vision could be, I'm seeing a DeWanna Bonner bringing up the ball, maybe sometimes a Sophie Cunningham, while a Caitlin Clark and a Kelsey Mitchell, the Splash Sisters, actually could move around and create some opportunities for open shots. And I was like, man, dude, we all want to see Caitlin Clark with the ball every single time, right? We want to see her with the ball every single time. But, as I thought more about it, I'm like, man, this is going to be a special Fever team. This is going to be a special Fever team. There are so many scorers on the Fever right now. I mean, you got Kelsey Mitchell. We got AB still. We got Caitlin. We just added DeWanna Bonner, Natasha Howard, a Sophie Cunningham. We still got Lexi. Like, there's so many scorers on the team. Like, it's gonna be a little bit wild to see what kind of offense they're gonna run. Is Caitlin gonna be a distributor? She may not have to score as much. We got scores on the team now. Is she gonna become just a distributor and look to pass before she shoots? Or is she gonna be a shooting guard where she is going to be the number one options for the shot as she's coming off screens and maybe not playing so much at the point? It will be interesting. How is Stephanie White going to utilize all the weapons she has acquired in this offseason? It's going to be awesome. The bench is stacked. Like, whoever comes off the bench, that squad is going to be just as stacked as the starting five. So they got a lot of options, man, and I'm going to be super, super stoked to see them shine this year, man. I think the Fever definitely deserve it. Especially after the rough ride last year, and I'm kind of getting knocked out of the playoffs early. I hope they make a deep run this year, if not winning it all, man. If not winning it all. So shout out to Coach K, man, for recognizing Caitlin Clark's greatness. And that's going to wrap it up, man. That's going to wrap it up. I'm Frankie Fingers, your host of the Vibe Sports Talk, and I'm out, man. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Peace.